everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is dedicated to one of my viewers, Kerel E. She asked, have you tried the Hard Candy Glamoflauge foundation available at Walmart and good for oily skin? Let me know what you think. So this foundation is actually not new in the market. They might have reformulated it, but I've seen videos and reviews of this foundation from 3 years ago, so it's really not new. And most of the reviews that I've seen online are very positive. And I can't believe that this foundation is only $6.98 Canadian, so around 7 Canadian dollars for 20 ml. So on the Hard Candy's website, here are their claims. This claims to be a full coverage yet lightweight liquid foundation that provides natural, flawless all-day wear. It also claims to have a matte finish that lasts up to 16 hours, transfer proof, water resistant, built-in luxury beauty blender applicator, and it's also formulated with flexible film technology to help erase fine lines and wrinkles. So this is how my face looks like before the foundation. So I have oily combination skin. I'm oily on my T-zone, dry in some parts. I also have hyperpigmentation on the top of my cheeks and then big pores on the side of my cheeks. And so that's about it. That's usually my concern with my skin. So let's try this foundation on. This is available in 16 shades. So it's really a wide range of shades, which I really like, especially for a drugstore foundation. But the shade that I got is in Honey 1511. So I've already primed my face, so we can go straight to the foundation. So this one has a unique applicator. I usually see this applicator in a concealer, but not in a foundation, so it's really nice that they have it. On my right side, I'm going to use a sponge, and then on my left side, I'm going to use a brush. So we can just see the difference. Let's just put it there. Like the consistency of it is like a very light concealer. That's how I can describe it. And since it's not in a squeeze tube, like you can't really see how it looks like squeeze, so like maybe that's the reason I find that the texture is kind of like a concealer, because with this applicator you apply it flat on your skin. Ooh, I got a shade darker than my skin tone. I think 1 shade darker. So if you're an NC30, get a shade lighter than this. If I really like this foundation, I don't mind buying another shade because it's just $7. I have a pimple here. I squeezed that. Let's see how it covers that redness. Oh, could say with one application, I'm getting like a medium to full coverage already. So this side is with the foundation. And the side without. I think also it's because of the primer, but I like how there's a little glow on the top of my cheeks. It's not really matte. I think it's kind of like a demi matte finish. Also blurring out my pores. I think it's a little less visible than before. It's very lightweight on the face. It feels a little tacky now. Maybe I should give it a few more minutes before it dried down, and then I'll let you know how it feels on the face. So let's try it on the other side using a brush. I think that the brush application is quite the same as the sponge. It's just that on the sponge side, since I'm using my airbrush sponge, and if you want to purchase one, just email me. I'll be putting my email down below. But every time I use this, it really helps in blurring out the pores. So I can tell that this side my pores looks more blurred than this side. But that's the only difference between using the sponge and the brush. I think that this is really a good foundation because you can use any tools and it will be okay. But I'm going to add one swipe on the side of my cheeks where I have a lot of big pores, and I'm just going to use my airbrush sponge so it kind of hides that pore. Okay, so this is my full face with the foundation. I'm also going to go closer just so you can see. Like the finish of this foundation. It's very skin-like. It's not super matte but also not radiant. I also like that it's very light on the face. Like, it doesn't feel like you have heavy makeup on. Even though it looks thin on the face, it really has a good medium to almost full coverage. I can still see a little of my hyperpigmentation at the side of my cheeks, but my hyperpigmentation always need color correcting first before you can really put foundation on top of it so that it doesn't look very noticeable. Let's see if I can build this more. I'll put more on that side. Yeah, I think you can build this foundation up. And the good thing with it, since the consistency is really not heavy, it's very thin, it doesn't look cakey on the face. Honestly, this is only $7. I feel like I have to remind myself that I am reviewing a drugstore foundation because lately I have been reviewing high-end skin tints, and this one kind of reminds me of the Fenty one, but this has more of a foundation feel and look than the Fenty one. But I can see the similarity when it comes to it having that very light consistency but having that good coverage. So I put more on top of my cheeks where I have hyperpigmentation, and I think that it's giving me more of that full coverage. So this foundation is really very buildable. The only thing that I don't like about this foundation is that it has a scent of, like, you know those water-based paint that you use on the wall? It kind of smells like that. Just a little, but I think that it would dissipate in a bit. I'll update you about it. But that's the only thing I don't like. The rest, when it comes to feel, when it comes to how it looks on my skin, how it has that little glow, when it comes to blurring out my pores, hiding my hyperpigmentation, and evening out my skin tone, it's really performing really well. So I am going to finish my makeup. I'm just going to put eye makeup, bronzer, blush, and then I'll be back for the photography test. So this is how my face looks like with full makeup. When it comes to blending my cream contour and then my powder blush on top of this foundation, I find that I had a harder time blending my cream contour because the foundation actually really sticks onto your skin, and it's just hard to blend something on top of it. But once you put powder on top of the foundation, you can easily blend your powdered blush, powder contour. So with this foundation, I'd rather use a powder contour than my cream contour or my cream makeup, just because it can really stick onto the face, so you can't put like a creamy consistency makeup on top of it. But so far, everything blended well on top of this foundation, and I have to remind myself that I'm actually reviewing a drugstore foundation that only costs $7, because this is really performing like a high-end foundation. The thing with drugstore foundation is that you don't really know what to get. It's just so overwhelming sometimes. But just I have to thank Kerel, again, my viewer, who suggested this foundation, because I wouldn't know that there's such a foundation that exists in the drugstore only for $7 that so far is performing like high end. Easily, I can actually compare this to my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, which costs $60. So it's far from the cost of this foundation, which is only, again, $7. But when it comes to coverage, to feel, to how it's demi-matte on the skin, I can easily compare it to that foundation. So I am going to be wearing this foundation for 8 hours. Let's see if I can extend it into 16 hours, because this claims to wear up to 16 hours. But so far, so good. It doesn't have any flashback on photos. It really appears good on photos and in videos. So this foundation claims to also be transfer proof. I have my paper towel here, and let's press it against my face. Oh yeah, no transfer at all. It's really sealed on my skin, and even though it's really sticking onto my skin, I know that it's not gonna move no matter what I do. It feels very light on the face, and even when I was applying the foundation, it has that light consistency. The coverage is really good. It can give you up to a full coverage. So this also claims to be waterproof. So I have my water sprayer here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna come closer so you can see all that watermarks. There's a little transfer, but the water didn't actually disturb the foundation. So I'll just update you how this foundation wears throughout the day. So I'll see you later. So this is the 10th hour. I am really surprised, to be honest. The coverage is still there. Like, the foundation really sticks to my skin. I noticed that the center of my nose doesn't have any foundation anymore. Well, it still has a little, but it really thinned out because I was wiping my nose. I'm missing some spots over here too and over here, but the rest of my face that I didn't touch is pretty much still intact. I can really still see my blush here. Like, I could really see the coverage on my hyperpigmentation still. I can't believe it has been 10 hours because I'm not even that oily. Like, I'm only oily on this spot, this spot, this spot, but like, for an oily person, that's actually nothing. So I'm going to use my blotting sheet, and let's see. That's the blotting sheet. That's quite a lot of oil, but to be honest, with an oily person, that's not too much. And as you can tell, after blotting my face, like, my face looks fresh again. Like, I couldn't tell that this foundation has been on my face for 10 hours. Have I not known it? Like, the foundation really sticks to my skin. So I think I can finally give you my ratings and my final thoughts about this foundation. So I'm giving this foundation a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So here are my pros with this foundation. I think that this foundation has a really nice finish. It has a demi-matte finish, almost skin-like without the powder. But if you put the powder, it would really mattify your face. So it wouldn't look too skin-like because the powder would really make it look like you have makeup on. I think if I use the Estee Lauder one with like a shimmer on it, it would look more skin-like, but I use a matte powder on top of this foundation, so it really mattified it. But even though it's a demi-matte finish, I like that it didn't dry my face out. It didn't feel dry or made my skin dry. It also really controlled my oil. Usually at the 10th hour, not only is my T-zone oily, but the side of my cheeks are also oily. But with this foundation, it really helped in controlling my oil. I think also the NYX Plump Right Back primer really helps. So this two together is actually a good combo. This might have been my second or third time that I've tried this primer on a foundation review. I usually use my e.l.f. putty primer, but I switched to this one and it's really performing well. So if you've been thinking of getting this primer, I think that it's worth a try. Another thing that I like about this foundation is the applicator. I like the doe foot applicator, and I like that it's like a big doe foot applicator because of the consistency of this foundation. I think that this doe foot applicator is the best applicator for it because it really glides onto your skin and really stamp it on your skin. I feel like if it's on a squeezy tube, you're gonna put more than what you need. So the applicator is really perfect with the consistency of this foundation. I also like that this foundation didn't settle into any of my fine lines. It just really coated my skin lightly. It reminds me of how airbrush works because it's a fine mist on your face that it really grabs onto your skin, but lightly. It doesn't cake your face up. That's how this reminds me of in terms of application and how it wears on my skin. But even though it really sticks onto my face, it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look heavy, and it also feels very lightweight on the face. Like you wouldn't feel like you have a lot of makeup on. It feels very lightweight and feels very comfortable. I like that it really evened out my skin tone. It almost hid my hyperpigmentation almost fully. It really got rid of the redness on my face, and on the 10th hour it's still performing really well. It's very long wearing and it's only $7. Like nothing can beat that. It's very affordable, but the way it performs like a high-end foundation. The only con that I have with this foundation is how it smells. Initially it will give you that paint like smell when applying it on your face, but it dissipates quickly. It doesn't last long. I don't smell it anymore. But if I have to really give you a con, that's the only con that I can give. So that's it. That's my review on this foundation. Thank you again to my viewer Kerel for suggesting to review this foundation. Thank you so much, Thus, for watching. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll always be updated once a new video is out. Thank you so much again. I'll see you in my next one.